guys, Tatiana Ward here with BeatFaceHoney.com, and I thank you so much for joining me. So yesterday, if you're following me on Twitter, you know that I went and traveled by myself to New York City, which was an ordeal and a half because I don't like traveling by myself at all, let alone using public transportation. But I went for the Mac Pro to Pro summer event, and it was just basically a meet and greet where you can meet other fellow artists and also admire some of the work that some of the senior artists at Mac had done for the show itself. Basically like live statues and some really cool stuff to look at, cocktails, and so nice to meet some of you there. But yeah, this was the look that I wore, and I had so many people asking if they could take a picture of this makeup. So I was just like, dang, I guess it's pretty neat. I better make a tutorial for it. So here is your tutorial. Also, if you are interested in seeing exactly what the Pro to Pro event was like, you're welcome to go to my other channel called I'm Not My Makeup here on YouTube, where you can see a full-on vlog about the experience that it was. Yeah, so thanks so much for tuning in, and if you care to learn this look, I hope you'll stay tuned. Okay, I'm going to start this look by using two different paint pots. Paint pots are products from MAC, and they are used as bases for your eyeshadow. I'm going to use Indian wood for my lid, and I'm going to use soft ochre for right under my eye where my highlight is. So just taking my finger, I put that Indian wood on there, and I'm going to spread that onto my lid with my finger and upwards, also on that inner eye right in here, and then just blend it out with my other finger because it's clean. Then we can take soft ochre, put that on your finger, put that right under my brow, working it down and kind of overlapping where we just put down our Indian wood, but not to the lid, just right in the middle there. Now I'm going to take a round domed brush, this one, dip that into rice paper from MAC. We're going to use this as our highlight. We're keeping that color right here underneath the brow. And for my eyebrow, I want to take a brow pencil from MAC. This is called Spiked, and it's kind of a reddish color. I'm going to take that and outline my eye with it, so drawing on my extension right here, and then also literally outlining the bottom of my brow. Now I'm going to take my Naked Urban Decay palette and use one of my new favorite colors. This is called Buck. It's a reddish color, and we're going to use that later in the look also. But for now, I'm going to fill in my eyebrow with that. Now I'm going to take a product from MAC. This is called Brow Set. Comes in a little tube like this, like a mascara tube with a wand like that. And I'm going to go over my brow with that. And this is just going to give the illusion of a lighter brow. I'm going to go right back into that color Buck and put that on my crease. Putting it very faintly right above the crease and working it up into our highlight that we've put down, that rice paper from MAC. Now I want to go into a color called Embark. This is kind of a dark brown from MAC. Okay, and I'm keeping that color closer to my crease, not working that all the way up. You see how I'm just keeping that towards the end of the eye and working it in slightly into the front of my eye. Now I want to take a tapered brush. This is the kind of brush that you use for a more precise area, or if you're trying to get into your crease very well without the color getting above your crease. This is the type of brush that you would use. I'm taking this super matte black color and I'm tracing my eye right in my crease right there. Bringing it in, all the way in. All right, now I'm going to go back, put some more of that black on my brush, and keep that concentrated color right at the tail end of my crease. And now I'm going to take that same black and starting right at the crease right there, just make a V, kind of a V formation here. Bring that down to the lash line at an angle. I'm going to take that same dome brush and I'm also going to dip it right back into that color Buck that we used from the Urban Decay Naked palette. And I'm just doing the contour that you guys see me do often that I like to do, taking that kind of reddish brown from the tip of my brow down to the slope in my nose. And then I'm just going to take my finger and blend that in. Okay, and now for the glitter on the inside of my eye. I'm going to take my favorite glitter adhesive. You guys have seen me use this more than once. This is from a company called Lit. And they also sell really beautiful glitters as well. I got this one, or I found out about this product at IMATS in New York this year. Dipping a concealer brush, meaning a synthetic haired brush, into this little tube, and then putting it into my Makeup Forever glitter. I'm going to start right on the inside of my eye right here and just pull that color over, but I want the bulk of my color to be right here on the inner eye. And then as soon as that color's on, then you start to fade it out so you only get a trickle of the color. I also want to put some of that color right on the actual lid, right at the beginning of the eye. Or at the beginning of your inner eye, I should say. You're going to want to wait a couple seconds so that your adhesive can really stick and become dry. All right, I've waited for a couple seconds, and I'm going to take a wet wipe and just clean under my eye, making sure that all of the loose powder that may have fallen under my eye is gone. Okay, now that we have that all cleaned up, I'm going to take my favorite concealer. This is MAC Studio Finish, and I like to put this on with my fingers. The warmth of your fingers will allow you to spread it easier, and I believe it gives it a more natural look than a brush would. Taking a setting powder from MAC, this is called Prep and Prime Translucent Powder. It's white like this. I'm going to set that concealer that I've just put down. Now moving right on along, I'm going to take a synthetic haired angled brush and my favorite gel liner. This is from Wet n Wild. I had somebody asking me yesterday at the MAC Pro event, what eyeliner is that you're using? And they had like a group of 4 people with them, and they were like, what is that? It's so black. And I was like, I know we're at MAC, but it's Wet n Wild. And they were like, no way. And I was like, yeah way. I swear by that stuff. Okay, and I'm just going to line my eye with that. Okay, and for my lash, I've stuck together 2 different lashes, and you can see this eye, they are kind of dramatic looking here. I say very often that my lashes don't have a brand. I get them from inner city stores where you can buy weaves and hair glue and hair dye. I buy them in stacks like this. They're pretty inexpensive. And these, and all they have is a number. These are 117s and 62s stuck together. And when you are wearing a double lash, you have to put like double the amount of glue on it because it's thicker. And they're not also as pliable as a single lash. So you want to make sure that you get a good amount of glue on there. And now that that lash is on, I'm just going to go back into my Wet n Wild gel liner and just go over the seam where the lash meets my skin because it looks pretty fake and clunky. If you go over it, however, with some black, it makes it look a little bit more realistic. While I'm at it, I'm just going to take that same liner and line my waterline. Now I'm going to take my Naked palette again and reach into Hustle. This brown color right here. Now I'm just going to throw on some mascara. And I'm going to use my favorite blush from MAC. This is Gingerly. Okay, and I'm going to use Entice from MAC. Really pretty, peachy, kind of a nude color. And there is your completed look. Very sparkly prettiness. So I thank you guys so much for joining me. Of course, you can always go to beatfacehoney.com in the blog section for a detailed list of all of the products that I've used. I hope that you're friends with me on Facebook, and I hope that you're following me on Twitter. There are links to all of those sites down here in the information box down below, and I will see you right back here very soon. Thanks so much. Bye.